You want to talk about it?
I wouldn't know where to begin.
You can just ramble.
I'm okay.
I love you.
I know. It's just...
What?
He's out there. And I don't know if I'm scared of him or for him.
I know how to control the heat now. Isn't that what you wanted? You will come here.
Even though the wait for these PlayStation games might be getting harder and harder, the overall hype train is still going full steam ahead. But anyways, welcome back, true believers and all you spectacular Spidey fans, as well as all you PlayStation players out there, to another very interesting video. So I do think it's safe to say at this point that we are pretty much in a massive news drought pertaining to any upcoming PlayStation related events. Even though Sony themselves is primarily prioritizing their main marketing focus as it stands right now on God of War Ragnarok, which does happen to release on both the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 in November, the majority of the PlayStation fanbase is wondering exactly when we can expect Sony's next major event, which likely relates to a PlayStation showcase, in which we will see a lot more game trailers and or gameplay demos pertaining to loads of upcoming games that are likely to release in 2023 and beyond. And of course, the main games that stand out the most as what seems the most likely to appear within a PlayStation showcase is none other than Marvel's Spider-Man 2, as well as Final Fantasy 16 and even Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, which are all major PlayStation 5 titles that are set to release within 2023. And through all this deafening silence that we have received from PlayStation recently, it has led to a well-known gaming industry insider to actually go on and shed some light on the subject. Now keep in mind that you should take everything that I am about to discuss from this source with a grain of salt, but also keep in mind that they have been pretty reliable in the past, especially when it comes to game leaks and inside info. And to read off of this article from PlayStation Lifestyle, which does put everything into a better perspective, is that the PlayStation Showcase has allegedly been delayed because of Microsoft and the Activision investigation, where an upcoming PlayStation Showcase has allegedly been delayed by Sony due to the ongoing CMA investigation into Microsoft's acquisition of Activision. The showcase, which was reportedly set to feature brand new exclusives and first-party IP, is said to have been pushed back due to a feeling that it would add weight to Microsoft's comments in the investigation. Now, coming from the source herself, this actually originates from Millie A, who is a relatively well-known gaming industry insider that has been pretty accurate with the majority of her previous leaks. And in fact, on the core topic of Marvel's Spider-Man 2, she was the one who indicated that the game itself is exceeding expectations with the higher-ups over at Marvel, and that we were supposedly set to see gameplay of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 relatively soon. Well, those particular reports from Millie did come from her over a month ago, and we still don't have any Marvel Spider-Man 2 gameplay in sight. But based on the news statements that she does provide, it does offer a little bit more of analysis as to why exactly this is happening within the PlayStation pipeline. So coming from Millie herself on Twitter, the ongoing CMA investigation for the Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard has indeed delayed any showcase plans for Sony. Exclusive titles and first-party IP were quote-unquote locked in. Sony believes a showcase will add weight to the Microsoft arguments. Silent Hill and the Kojima Who Am I game reveal were part of the show. The initial announcement of the showcase was scheduled for the 11th of October, with the showcase itself taking place on the 20th of October. But as it stands right now, Sony is holding firm. Now for me personally, I am inclined to believe Millie A's statement since she has been pretty reliable in the past, but based on the alleged reasoning that Sony is providing, I don't think it makes any sense at all. Now, for those unaware of what exactly this situation is revolving around Microsoft and Activision, is that Microsoft is currently under investigation by the UK's Competition and Markets Authority, which happens to be an investigation that Sony has welcomed. The CMA is looking into whether or not the Microsoft Activision deal, which will see the likes of Call of Duty becoming Microsoft-owned properties, will quote-unquote significantly weaken the competition within the marketplace. Microsoft has argued that it's currently quote-unquote last place in console, 7th place in PC, and nowhere in mobile game distribution globally. So by holding a PlayStation showcase revealing new exclusives, Sony potentially believes that this will strengthen Microsoft's argument that the Activision merger will not provide the company with a huge unfair advantage in the marketplace. And alongside of this, with a new Silent Hill game said to have been lined up for this delayed PlayStation showcase, Konami has gone ahead and revealed that it will stage its own Silent Hill transmission event, revealing the latest updates in the series. Now, in my opinion, if this ends up being completely accurate, then I definitely think that Sony's approach towards delaying their PlayStation showcase is completely nonsensical. Regardless of whatever's happening on the end of Microsoft and the Activision deal, it should not impact how Sony decides to approach their marketing for their upcoming games. Even though God of War Ragnarok is easily going to be the biggest title that PlayStation will release this year, they still have to make sure that they prioritize what they're going to market next for their upcoming pipeline of PlayStation first-party titles. We already are aware of the existence of major PlayStation-related games that are currently in development. Again, like Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Marvel's Wolverine, the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake, Final Fantasy XVI, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and even other third-party games which are going to have a pretty big presence on the PlayStation platform, like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, Hogwarts Legacy, Forspoken, Alan Wake 2, and lots more. And if anything, I do believe that their elongated silence on this matter is only going to end up hurting their reputation instead of helping it. So for me, the sooner that Sony ends up revealing their official date for the PlayStation showcase, the better that it will be for anyone and everyone involved, especially in regards to all the fans who are looking forward to all these upcoming games. So fingers crossed that Sony ends up setting their priorities straight fast and that we do receive an official announcement for an upcoming PlayStation showcase relatively soon. But with all that said, everyone, that's the video I have for you today, and please let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. What do you think of this rumor/leak of the PlayStation showcase being delayed, and how would you personally want Sony to go about promoting their upcoming showcase? Let me know what you think. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy, and for more PlayStation videos like this in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, and without further ado, peace out.